We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Okay.
Love the tantrum bowl, girl.
We haven't brunched in so long.
I know, right?
Eyes. I can't wait until we can actually like brunch, wear like a cute outfits and shit and be like,
And twist in a circle and stand on top of the tables.
yes. I mean, are you? Oh, yes, you are a table stander, aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah. It's like a party. It's like a show. It's like your show. I love brunch.
I
Love
love
brunch.
brunch too. Day drinking is where it's at. Okay, like
Totally.
forget about night drinking because the next day you're useless. Day drinking, you start drinking like at 12 o'clock. The sun is bright, the sun is out. You're energized. You have a really good time, and you have enough time to sleep it off and be functional the next
The
day.
best shit ever.
Talk to me about this outfit you're wearing.
Oh, this is exclusive tantrum bowl.
Is this Tantrum Vogue?
Yes, it's exclusive. No one has it. It's like a shirt dress.
Oh,
It's so Miami, colorful,
oh,
bright.
I love.
This is perfect brunch stuff, girl.
Able to like style it different ways. You can belt it.
You could get a really good twerk. Yes, you could belt it.
You get a good twerk. You said.
It's a good twerk. It's a really good twerk.
Any chance we'll get a?
Possibly. Wait till the wine gets here.
All right, I know you're an artist all around. You know, I've known you for a long time. I've met you when you started doing hair, and then you're still doing hair now. But now you've ventured into designing. How did that come about?
What I do chose me. I grew up doing these things forever, but I didn't realize that it was a career path. I've always cut socks into outfits for my baby dolls. I had like a plethora of dolls with all these different outfits. I would make out of anything, paper, leaves, whatever. First, I was doing hair, and then my clientele made me a hairstylist. And then the same thing with the clothes. I went on a cruise and I made like 2 outfits for the cruise. On the cruise, I got all this great feedback, and it's like, well, where can we get this stuff? And I'm like, I make it. Like, I don't have anywhere to get it. And that was the birth of designer. So kind of just came to me.
There's trends, people that are trendy and follow trends. And then there's people that are stylish. I feel like you're stylish. Like you don't ever follow a trend.
And that's funny you say that because that's actually the meaning of the name of my clothing line, Tantrum Vogue. It means exactly what you just said. Tantrum, like rebelling from trends. Vogue is trend. It's what's in. It's the vogue of, like this is the era. And then being frustrated with that and just kind of like setting your own thing. So that's how I came to Tantrum Vogue. So it's just like rebelling to what's out there. And that's kind of how I started creating my own clothing because I wanted bell bottoms that had snake print on the side. I wanted oversized tops and I wanted all this crazy shit like your matchy look you have on. I wanted to create those looks that were not necessarily on trend when I wanted to create them.
It's like a scary thing, right? To like start a clothing line. Did you think about all the work and how hard it would be when you first decided to do it? And why did you decide to do it?
So yeah, I think about the work and the risk all the time. I don't think I came to a point where I'm like, oh, I'm okay with the work and I'm okay with the risk and I'm gonna do this. Starting a clothing line, I think is so scary because it's an artistic creation that you put out there and you bite your nails that people like it. I'm guessing it's like being a music artist as well, like creating a song and hoping that it's received and you carve out your fan base and people like it. I think that I never saw myself as a fashion designer younger because we don't know fashion designers. Like, and I think our generation are so lucky to have the internet and like things like what you're doing because now we can see what the possibilities are.
You don't see it. You don't see it. So if you don't see it, you don't think you can do it. But I feel like that's important that like people like you and me like are doing these things.
Yeah.
Other people can see like, hey,
this is possible. Yeah. And I think that to add to your point, I think that so much we're sitting on talent. And like our parents or the generation before us didn't know the possibilities of things they were good at. So now we're like carving out our careers. Like we're like making little custom made careers. Like we're not flipping through pamphlets like, oh, I want to be this. Like we're legit becoming whatever we're good at. Listen, it's scary, it's hard, it's so expensive to create clothing. It's unbelievable factors that like hit you in the face, like boom, you thought you was doing that. You can't do it, maybe not right now, or you have to go back to the drawing board, but it's fun.
So you're a very powerful girl. You're a very powerful woman. You're a businesswoman. You have your own business, 2 businesses. How do you feel on couple dynamics whenever you're dating? We're in a world right now where gender roles are changing a little bit. And I just was wondering, like, where do you stand when it comes to that? Like, are you cool with a man taking more of a supportive role in a relationship if a woman is more powerful, or like how do you think that should work out?
I am a true Gemini when it comes to this. So me, I'm traditional in a sense. I need to be able to thrive and be my alpha female self, but I absolutely want to feel like a woman in a relationship, meaning that I want to be protected, provided for. I want to be able to bounce my ideas off of you and you not dismiss them. I want to have input in what happens in the household. But I do not want to be the head of the household, not even by inch of me. So I feel like it makes it pretty interesting with me dating, because I tend to be attracted to men that's the opposite of me. I tend to be attracted to corporate guys that work jobs, that have 401ks, and they talk about like their board meetings.
Yeah.
But I'm not here, me personally, I see women that do it, they're great. They have like these great supportive husbands that kind of like just let them take the lead. I don't want to take the lead.
That's my theory. We're women super opinionated, in control of our life and like what we want to do, and kind of like took in a way like a not traditional route in life, right? So when it comes to men that we date, you know, we want someone that's in control, that will make the decisions, so that we don't have to do that also in the relationship, because we do it in our lives all the time. How do you feel about, okay, well, no, I know you cook actually. So if you're in a relationship, is it cool for your man to expect for you to cook for him?
No, I work.
I feel like a lot of times now too, like guys are like, oh, all women, they don't do anything anymore. Like, no, we're doing other things now.
We're doing everything.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I feel like some ladies out there like to do that. That's great and fantastic. But it shouldn't be like a requirement for a job application. You know what I mean? I mean, unless that's something that's really important to you, but why would that be more important to you than like having a partner that's supportive and fun and smart and you can have conversations with, like,
hello.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, being a hairstylist, kudos to the women. Literally, we do everything. And me doing women hair, it really showed me all the different type of women. Women are in school, we're furthering our education, we're having children, we're fit, starting businesses. Like, come on, we're doing it all. So if we slack, if you're looking for a housewife, we're not really housewives, hon.
Also, being a housewife, it's a whole job. Like, that's hard. So it's like, if that's what a woman wants to do, that's fantastic, that's amazing. But that's a lot of work in itself. That's a lot of work in itself. So like, I understand when a woman decides to stay home and work at the house, because that's a lot of work. It's like, you want an independent woman, but you want her to also be traditional, and you want her to go to the gym, but then you also want her to be intellectual and like not show too much, so that like she's not catching attention. It's like,
and they want you to be a porn star.
Oh, but without a lot of experience.
Oh, no.
It's like, do all this crazy shit, but like,
don't ever have had sex to know to do all this crazy shit. Like, be a freak, but like magically be a freak.
Yeah, like from osmosis, you just get it from the environment. Like,
the better point is, guys are so free with like, oh, do you cook? Do you clean? But girls, we're so taught that we can't say what we want. Like, if you say, are you rich? Do you pay rent? Do you do this? And I'm sorry, I'm going there because she's into
it. That's your thing, girl.
And this is what I say. So
tell me about it.
Let's talk about it. Because guys can be like, oh, do you have a fat ass? Or, oh, do you cook? Do you clean? And that's cool. You like girls that cook. I would love a girl that cook if I was a guy.
I love a guy that cooks. Are you kidding me? Huh, that would be
Exactly. So
amazing.
I'm not discrediting him, but I think it's just funny that girls can't be like, or women can't say the things that they want. Like, we all want a supportive guy. We all want a guy who can handle this household. Can you handle this household while you put in these expectations? These very simple expectations that we could hire somebody to do, but whatever. What about you? And that's why I love female rap right now, because they're saying the things that we want. What we want sexually, what we want financially. These are the things we want.
Like, we don't need no man. You know what I mean? So, like, yes, I get to ask you for what I want if I am going to interrupt my life and my independence to attach myself to you. What do you bring into my equation that's going to make it work? And the name of the show that you're on right now is Bruja Brunchera.
Teach me.
Bruja?
Bruja?
Brunchera.
Brunchera. I like Bruja Brunchera.
Do you know what bruja means?
No.
Bruja means witch.
Witch brunch? Bitch, you got me at a witch brunch? What now?
I knew you were gonna say that, but I'm gonna explain myself before we go any further. What I mean by bruja is, so I feel like the word bruja, the word witch, you know, has been used historically to demonize women a lot of times that were very powerful, that were beautiful, were very smart, that knew about special healing powers, all these things. It's made to seem like a bad thing, but it's really not. It's really women passing down wisdom from generation to generation, using it, connecting with nature, connecting with energy, which I think it's a beautiful thing. And
when things happen to me or when I'm going through something, I naturally like ask my grandmother to go with me, and who's dead. I naturally ask my great aunt, who's like my grandmother too. Like, that's natural. So it's so funny that everybody's like all this ancestor stuff, because I've always, and I think I shared this with you. I said one good thing about losing, because there ain't shit good about losing the people you love, is that you have a direct source spiritually. So, you know, when you lost your mom, I remember saying that to you, like, you know, like now, like she's working on our behalf. I'm like working on our behalf too. I'm okay with, like, I just feel more connected. I feel more connected with what's going on. I feel more connected to God. I have, like I said, it's an ongoing journey. Wherever I go, whenever I make decisions, whenever I'm creating, I try to like just, you know, pray to God. I try to pray to my grandmother. I try to ask them to like kind of guide me, help me. I don't always do it how I should, but that's where I am spiritually now.
Sometimes we kind of lose track of it. You can find your connection in it. Religions are just kind of like a rule book for your connection to spirituality, you know, whatever that might be that you decide that's your path. A real connection to a bigger energy is prayer, whatever you might call it. Might be meditation, might be prayer, might be
I agree.
anything like that you want to call it. But I just honestly feel that when in my life since I was little, whenever I focused my energy and prayed and really talked to the powers above, God, my mom, my grandma, my great grandmas, I've always felt their energy. I've always felt their presence. To my angels, you know, like I see my life clearing up and my paths opening up when I do slow down and really try to connect with, you know, with that. It's powerful.
Yeah. Yes, very powerful.
Power of prayer is a real thing. While we're in the spiritual subject, so ever since I've known you, you've been into zodiac. Like, I've been always super interested in it, and even like now that everyone's into it, have you seen the documentary on Netflix about Walter Mercado? He's like this astrologer, like was super famous in Puerto Rico and had his own show. Every mom in Latin America will be like, be quiet. Walter's about to tell the horoscope. And you had to shut everything down. Nobody talked. You had to listen to what he was going to tell you to do, what rituals was going to do. What's nice about him is what I've learned now as an adult, you know, is that he never really said anything negative. Believe him or not or whatever, his goal was always to bring positivity into people's lives with what he said, which I thought was like, now looking back at it, I was like, that's really an amazing mission that he kind of embarked on. What started your interest in them? Like, what made you be like, oh, that's
my mom always passively spoke of zodiacs. She always kind of just would drop little things like, "Oh yeah, that's a zodiac, that's a Scorpio." Da 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 da. Then it sparked my interest because remember, I'm already into the human behavior because I love psychology. So I completely love the fact that it was explaining human personality. So studying psychology piqued my interest in astrology.
The lighting round. I don't know what I'm doing. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna tell you a couple of questions, and it's gonna be like a fast round. So you're gonna answer them as fast as you can. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Day or night?
Night.
If you could eat just one kind of food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Sushi.
New clothes or new phone?
New clothes.
Text or call?
Text.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Country or the beach?
The beach.
Right? Your favorite word?
Fuck.
What turns you off?
Can I say it?
Wait. I mean, listen.
Prepared. I did not. Did you see the formation of my lips? I did not think. You was like, what turns you up? I was like, broke men. Ask me again. I'll say it in a better way. Man, a man that can't provide.
I like the other way better. Doing hair or designing clothes?
Designing clothes.
Your favorite sound?
Waves crashing.
Your favorite curse word?
Fuck. Bitch.
That's two. So, friend, thank you so much for brunching with me today. This was so much fun. This is not going to be the only episode I do with you. I already know. There's going to be a part 2, a part 3, a part 4. And hopefully soon there'll be an in-person episode.
Yeah! We're sexy and we're smart and we're funny and we're hardworking and we're everything, girl.